Good morning, everyone.
Morning. This is your court reporter.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Thank you.
Thank you. One of my members is having technical difficulty getting online, so he's trying to go by cell phone as well. Any advice you can offer him?
So Mr. Ferran, just so that you know, the fact that you're here is sufficient. You're referring to Mr. Foxworth.
Yes, correct.
We'll see if he can get in. I'm not going to start the hearings right now. I'm going to wait for an additional 5 or 10 minutes to give everyone a chance to sign in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes. I can.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
I'd like to thank everyone that's present at this time for joining ABRA's roll call hearings via the WebEx platform. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
The owner is not here yet. Is Miss Sara in the room?
Who is it? Who in the room, Mr. Ramos?
Miss Sara, the owner. And the
I don't see Sarah in the room right now. And just for Mr. Coaster, the court reporter, these are just preliminary issues. I'll let you know when the hearings actually begin.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
I'll wait.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
So Mr. Ramos, an invitation was sent to the owner. She just hasn't joined yet.
Hello?
Yes. Oh, there she is.
Yeah. Hi.
This is Sarah. I'm sorry.
Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a year.
So as I said, I'm not starting the hearings right this moment. I'm going to give everyone an opportunity to sign in. We wait 10 minutes to give everyone an opportunity to appear.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Ferrand? Can you hear me, Mr. Ferrand?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Would you like to wait for, give Mr. Foxworth a few more minutes to show up? Because we have a few more minutes to wait.
Oh, sure. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, because the applicant is present. I just wanted to give you the option to wait for Mr. Foxworth to show up. If you
Okay.
prefer.
Sure, we give them as much time as you can.
Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll start, and the fact that you're here is sufficient because you're both from the Lamond Riggs Citizens Association.
That's correct, yes.
Okay,
And-
thank you.
Mhm.
Mr. Coaster, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Coaster, I'm going to begin the roll call hearings now.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. I am calling case number 21PRO 00027, Mani Enterprises, Inc., trading as Tacoma Park Liquors, 6200 Eastern Avenue, license number ABRA 019598. This is a retailer Class A license renewal. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet, residential parking and vehicular and pedestrian safety, and real property values. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. With the individual present on behalf of Tacoma Park Liquors, please identify yourself. Mr. Patel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. This is Mr. Patel.
Thank you. Would
Gautam
you
Patel.
please, hi, thank you. Would you please spell your name for the record?
Sure. Gautam, G for George, A for Apple, E for Umbrella, E for Tom, A for Apple, M for Mango. Gautam, last name Patel, Patel.
Mr. Coaster, did you get that?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. And with the parties present on behalf of Lamont Riggs Citizens Association, please identify yourself.
Henry Ferrand,
Thank you, Mr. Ferrand. Would you please spell your name for the record?
Henry, Henry, Ferrand, Ferrand.
Thank you very much. Mr. Ferron, we have to determine whether or not the Lamont Riggs Citizens Association has standing as a protestant.
Yes,
And in order to do that, I have a couple of questions for you. Are you incorporated in the District of Columbia?
as a nonprofit, yes.
Did you say yes?
Yes, I believe we are, yes.
Okay, thank you. Also, did you all hold a meeting where you invited the full body of your organization as well as the applicant and give them both at least 7 days notice of the meeting?
I'm not sure about the formal invitation, but the full body, we have a regular scheduled meeting which the full body is aware of. And previous to that meeting, at least a few weeks, we were in contact with the ANC representative, Allison Brooks.
Mhm.
And she and I and Mr. Patel met. And she's also a member of the Lamont Riggs Citizen Association. And we talked about the upcoming protest at a Zoom meeting that she held. And she later had a private meeting with Mr. Patel at his place of business. And I was not attending at that time, but I believe that he was well aware of the fact that we had protest issues with his establishment weeks before we actually held our meeting to vote on the formal protest.
And so Mr. Patel had an opportunity to attend that meeting. He was invited to attend the meeting.
Hello?
Mr. Patel, Mr. Patel, just a moment, please. Mr. Ferron, did the association give Mr. Patel at least 7 days notice of the meeting that you held regarding the protest?
I cannot answer that in the affirmative or the negative because
Okay.
I'm not a board member or a surrogate officer as to whether or not that was done. I just know the situation that occurred before our scheduled meeting, and Mr. Patel was aware of the fact that we were concerned about the renewal of his license via the ANC member who coordinated a meeting via Zoom weeks before our regularly scheduled meeting.
So, Mr. Patel, what were you going to say?
Okay, the one thing, like, we have the meeting with the ANC, Ellison Brook, over the phone, but we don't have any personal meeting in my store at all. I never seen the Brooks personally in my store. And the another thing is this association, they never invite me, or they never give me any notice about they're doing the protest about this application.
Okay, so Mr. Patel, you're saying that the Lamont Riggs Citizens Association did not invite you to attend their meeting regarding the protest?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Ferrand, I understand that you're not in a position to say yes or no to that.
That's correct, yes.
I'm asking because the protest letter that was filed by the Lamont Riggs Citizens Association did not indicate that a meeting was held and that the applicant was given at least 7-day notice of the meeting and had an opportunity to attend. That was not actually indicated in the protest letter, Mr. Ferron. That's why I was asking if that actually did occur. That is a requirement in order for a citizens association to be granted standing as a protestant.
Okay, I understand.
For that reason, the protest filed by the Lamont Riggs Citizens Association is dismissed For the purpose of the roll call hearing, Mr. Ferrand, because it does not appear that that requirement was met. If you become aware that that requirement was met, you may petition the ABC board to reconsider and to grant standing to the association as a protestant. The board has the last word, but at this moment, it does not appear that a 7-day notice actually occurred. So for that reason, the protest is dismissed. What that means is that an order will be issued dismissing the association, and that order will tell you that you have at least 10 days to seek reinstatement of the protest and inform the ABC board of the reason that you believe the protest should be reinstated, and the board will make the final decision.
Very good. It's 10 days to file from,
From the date that you receive the board order, the association and Mr. Patel will receive the board order. The board order will say that you have 10 days to seek reinstatement. You may become aware that that notice was given. I know Mr. Foxworth is not present. If you become aware that that 7-day notice was given, or that Mr. Patel attended a meeting with the association, then you can let the ABC board know.
very good.
Okay, well, thank you very much
Thank
for coming today. Thank you, Mr. Patel. This
Thank you,
roll
dear.
call hearing is concluded. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am now calling Hewat Ethiopian Restaurant and Market. This is case number 21PRO00018. Located at 5333 George Avenue Northwest, license number ABRA 110297. This is a retailer class CR, substantial change for additional capacity on the first floor and expansion to the second floor. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. With the individuals present on behalf of the applicant, please identify yourselves.
Okay, I'm Sarah Tashoma, the owner of Hewat Ethiopian Restaurant.
Mr. Shona, would you please spell your name for the record?
Sarah, S-A-R-A, last name T-E-S-H-O-M-E, Tashoma.
Thank you very much. And is anyone else present on behalf of the applicant?
Yes, Bernardo Ramos is present.
Mr. Bernardo Ramos, would you please spell your name for the record?
Bernardo, B-E-R-N-A-R-D-O. My last name is Ramos, R-A-M-O-S.
Thank you very much. And is there anyone else present on behalf of the applicant? So, okay, okay, you called in. I see you. Thank you very much. Mr. Johnson, do you by any chance know whether or not ANC 4D or the group of 5 individuals attend to appear today? Do you by any chance know?
No, ma'am. That is correct. This is my first time doing this, but I'm on the parole basis.
Oh, that's fine. That's what it appeared to be to me. I just wanted to make sure. It's in support of ANC 4D, and that protest letter is in the file. So we have that. ANC 4D is not present for the roll call hearing, which means that have a nice day.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So, ma'am, does that mean If I was to protest on my own, it would have been heard.
So who's speaking?
Mr. Johnson,
Mr. Johnson, if you had filed the protest on your own, you would have to be an abutting property owner, which means that you and the applicant
am.
share a property line.
we do.
But well, you didn't file a protest as an abutting property owner. You filed the protest in support of ANC 4D. But Mr. Johnson, just for the record, I have your address, and you're saying that your property touches the property of the establishment,
That is correct.
but that's not the protest that you filed. I'm going to have to go with the protest that you filed, which was in support of the ANC 4D protest, and you did not file as an abutting property owner today. But you may, if you wish, you may file a statement with the ABC board informing them that your intention was to file a protest of your own, although that's not what your protest letter said, and that's not what you said today, and that's okay. But you didn't claim to be an abutting property owner. And so I did not check the DC Geographic Information System to see if your property is abut. But let me ask Mr. Shome, does Mr. Johnson's property abut yours? Do you know?
From which property? I mean, next to me there is empty lots, and there is a Mocambo next to me. I want to know which property is that. I don't see any property. Is that
It's in their driveway, the back, we abut.
But it
Yeah,
doesn't
The big
touch.
white one.
It doesn't touch us on Jefferson. I believe the person is on Jefferson side. Jefferson.
Yes.
I am on Georgia
My
Avenue.
backyard back to their alleyway.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the property is abut,
Right.
but that's not even an issue today, Mr. Johnson,
Three
because you did.
property between us. There is two.
Yeah, it sounds like you have an alley between you and you're on opposite sides of an alley.
No. My backyard is adjacent to their parking area. We share a fence.
It doesn't sound like the properties abut, but that's really a non-issue today, Mr. Johnson and Mr. Shomey. I'm only inquiring because you said that you intended to file a protest, but today you're not considered to be a protestant. But you may, Mr. Johnson, if you wish, you may petition the ABC board to consider you as a protestant. You may do that if you wish, and explaining to them why you should be considered a protestant.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, and so just so that you know, Mr. Johnson, there is no protest dismissed related to you today because you're not recognized as a protestant. At this point, you're recognized as a supporter of the ANC 4D protest. But, feel free to petition. Okay, thank you very much. And thank you for appearing. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Shomey, were you going to say something?
Yeah, just that's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, you're very welcome, and thank you and Mr. Ramos for appearing today. And I'm going to conclude this roll call hearing and have a nice day.
You too. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye, Mr. Ramos. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And so I have one more person left on the line. Would you please identify yourself? Mr. Gabrahawat, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Mr. Gabrahawat, can you hear me? Hello, Miriam, can you hear me? Can you please unmute yourself? Just for the record, I'm going to spell the name of a person whose name I see on the screen. The name seems to be pronounced Halamariam Gabrahawat. I'll spell that. Mr. Gabrahawat, if at any point you can hear me and you would like to speak to me, please say so. The name is spelled Hailemiriam. The last name is spelled Gebreheiwot. So I'm acknowledging your presence. I don't know which case you're present for, but I'm reading your name into the record just for the record. In the event for some reason you're present and you're having technical difficulties. The roll call hearings for today are concluded.